Welcome back. Now, as promised, we've got something to have all you men out there watching our show covered as well. Now, there is a new trend in the market, which is, it's actually not new, it's just getting talked about now. And it is the notion of men grooming themselves and taking care of themselves. The traditional notion that grooming was predominantly a female concern has been thoroughly debunked, with men across the country now actively engaging in self-care and grooming rituals as well. The cultural shift has also led to a lot of Indian men, mostly younger men, millennials and Gen Z, now wondering what are the best products out there, what should you try, and they no longer are asking their girlfriend, their wives, their moms to say, ab main kya karoon apne pimple ka, ya apne male pattern balding ka. So we thought, let's address this. And to make that happen in the best possible manner for us, we've got Paras here in the studio. Paras Tomar is perhaps one of the first people in India who started their men grooming products. He makes it clean, he makes it simple, and now is telling people that listen, skincare and good routine can start in the kitchen, which is what we the women have been saying for so long. Paras, hello, welcome to the party.
And now here we are saying, hello, we will mansplain the skincare routine to you. You know, the thing is, you're so right. It's actually the younger guys. It's the Gen Z, it's the millennials who said, yeah, we want to be making sure we look good.
Yeah.
Also, I think COVID did it because we all were on Zoom calls. We were looking at ourselves, yaar, meri shakal na achhi nahi lag rahi. So I think vanity sort of crept on all of us. And the thing about skincare is today, you know, gone are those days when women took longer in the bathroom.
Yes!
The guys take longer now.
Yes!
So on the off chance if I'm dating a girl, I will take much longer to get ready. She might be out faster, so that does actually happen.
Okay, but how big is this industry? Let's get down to numbers. It's good to talk about it. It could be a trend, it could fade off. But how big is the industry?
Okay, so the wellness industry itself is so big, but the men's skincare industry, from what are the numbers? Now, numbers, these could be completely wrong, but I think it's about 2 billion or so what I read last. Okay, but numbers is not my strength, skincare is my strength. So, but the thing is, because the market size is so big, if you notice, the one thing which has happened is the Indian consumer today doesn't want these big brands that you've heard internationally.
Yeah.
It's the indie brands like ours, like Nuske Vyavhar, Studd Muffyn that came, that people are saying, hang on, Indian skincare will work because you got Indian skin. These with Korean skin, everyone got very excited.
Yeah.
Then they said it's not really working for us because our skin texture is different. And I think a lot of men sort of educated themselves about skincare in the last couple of years. So it was a mixture of vanity, it was a mixture of like wanting to do some stuff.
And it's not so grunge anymore, right? Like there was a time when you would have advertisements with John Abraham, this tall, dark, like really macho man saying that use this, and that's when women or men would go out and use it. That's not happening anymore.
It's not happening anymore. In fact, the new thing right now is, in fact, the makeup industry for men is also really exploding. Now, that's the new thing, because the thing is, and why has that happened? Since we're talking about Gen Z millennials, they are all over Instagram. The youngest creators today, the boys, because they're on camera the whole time, like, listen, we've got to look the whole time, right?
Yeah.
So, unko skincare chahiye, they want the blackheads to not be there because body to dekh liya, they're looking very good. But upar se, what will you do here? So, I think traditionally, you know, the men were only taking care of this part. Now we're all taking care of everything else also.
Before you sort of put all our viewers into an absolute shock on what is happening, let's do less talking and actually let's see if this works. So I've got a challenge for you, Paras.
Bring it.
We've got people in the studio and we will actually test out your products. Are you up for it?
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Hi Sahil, how are you?
Hello ma'am, good morning, I'm good. Hi Paras.
Hi Sahil,
Hi.
nice to meet you.
So Sahil, you must have seen on our program earlier as well, he does lots of these nice reporting, he goes out. So Paras, Sahil goes out for a lot of reporting. He has a bit of tan on his face, he told me. And by the way, all this Sahil told me, so he was very concerned about how he's looking on air. So Sahil, why don't you explain what's your issue and what can we do?
So as ma'am said that I go a lot for a lot of shoots outside, and also I travel a lot. So tan and a lot of different pollution and everything is a concern.
Right.
So, and a lot of people are now providing information and asking people to do that 7-step routine, 10 steps face care routine. But do we really have to follow it?
I mean, you know, if you want to do the 7-step routine, just do it. Just remember that you're making the company richer. It's doing nothing for you on your skin, because the thing is, after the first 2 layers, nothing's really happening in your skin. But you think he's really tan, or he's just fishing for compliments now?
I don't know.
But
let's try out something.
Can I tell you
so
something very simple?
Come,
step into my office. First of all, if you ever have a tan, first thing to do is that very day when you come back, you take a tomato, you put some sugar on it, cut it, and you rub it on your face. That's the reason. It's called lycopene. The lycopene, that enzyme will make sure your tan doesn't set. That's one great way to do it. But the one thing I'm going to teach you, which is, since we are talking about like multiple step routines, is the Korean glass skin. Some of us here seem to be naturally blessed with great skin.
It's just makeup, guys. I promise it's makeup. I have dark circles, really bad ones.
She looks fantastic. She just wanted to hear that. Okay, now I'm going to teach you something incredible. Abhi the whole funda about Korean skin.
Yeah.
Everyone knows glass skin is fermented rice, right? But I'm going to tell you one paras ka nuska which will take that fermented rice game to another level. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to soak the rice in water, but don't soak it in water. Soak it in rose water.
Okay.
Now that makes a huge difference, because why is it that everyone loves rose water so much? It was the one thing which was everywhere, because it does make your skin baby soft. Okay, and that is incredible. Now in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in 1 tea bag.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to leave this concoction for the night.
Okay.
Now this is going to be fermenting. All right. So once it starts fermenting, and you could very well drink it. But what this is going to do is, once you actually, the best way to do is in the morning, take this, put this in a bottle like this. Okay, it becomes like a puss. So it becomes easier. Now on the beautiful boy, when you've got this, all right. This is going to massively refresh you, and the best part is it's not sticky. But what is the fermented rice doing? Any tanning, any pigmentation, all of that will go away. Plus, it'll give you that really nice elasticity. So what is Korean skin?
Where is that coming from? The rice?
From the fermented rice and from the green tea, which is antioxidants.
Right, so and also smells really nice because of rose water.
Because of the rose water.
I'm feeling right.
And
the whole
thing is very happy.
That's what we do. Now the thing is, Korean glass skin is what? It's basically you have no blemishes, right? The moment it's poreless glass, मतलब कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है. That's what the 3 of these things will do. Of course, if you're on the field, you're running around, you've got a lot of dirt and grime, make sure when you come home, you wash your face and then you go to sleep. But he's actually got great skin.
So apply this and wear your sunscreen and go out. That's number 1. Sunscreen is a tip I learned during my reporting days. Like that's the only thing that will save your skin and from aging.
So the funny part about sunscreen is everyone puts on this sunscreen in the morning, not realizing actually your sunscreen is absolutely ineffective after 2 hours.
Yes.
Now how many people really take it? I'm sure when you're going and shooting with Bivasha Basu or with Kareena, you've done the first one. You want to look nice for the actors or whoever you're meeting. But after 2 hours you've forgotten. So the tip is, if you're using a sunscreen, actually reapply it, because otherwise.
But your skin is all dirty at the time. How do you reapply?
Well, then you get one of the new sunscreens, which is a powder sunscreen, or you get like a sunscreen stick. The traditional sunscreen with the white cast, that was different. That was chip-chippa. Your face would look like it's a tawa and rasmalai all put together, all right? But the new ones, the newer sunscreens are brilliant. So when you put it on, you're just going to be glowing. And here's the thing, you'll suddenly go from behind the camera to on the camera, like you are now. Everyone's going to be like, "Ye londa kaun hai? Bada chamak raha hai." It's just the glass skin.
We don't say words like that on TV. I have to censor
boy.
all these boys over it. But okay, so this is for glass skin, this is for face, and it's fairly easy. I think this is easy to sort of just do it at home, soak it overnight and apply it in the morning.
Not only that, once you've made this, you can refrigerate this. This one batch that you made, you can use it at least for a week. Also, by the 3rd or the 4th day, the fermentation will be much better. Right? So you can actually use it for a very, very, very nice thing. So one of the problems actually a lot of guys have is actually pigmentation. Now pigmentation, while guys complain about it, women get a lot more pigmentation because it's hormonal, PCOS, there's a whole bunch of these things. And your best friend for pigmentation, I know you didn't say it, but tanning is also a form of pigmentation, is papita. It's got pepin. So if you go home and if you feel you've got a lot of pigmentation, you've got jhaiya, you've got dark spots, you take a papita, you cut it. Whatever you don't eat as a salad, you mix that with some vitamin E capsules, mash, put it on your face and just apply it. Because the biggest
tomatoes and papaya, keep them in your fridge, and even if you don't eat them, apply them, is the Paras ka nuskha that he's sharing with all our viewers today. But Paras, I'm gonna spice things up a little bit. Of course, Sahil is very okay with doing all of this. He's Gen Z, takes care of himself. But what about older men? How good are they with adopting them? I mean, I dread to think if my father is watching this episode right now, he'll say, "Kya ho gaya hai aajkal ke bachchon ko?
Aajkal ke mard nahi rahe. What are they doing?"
So, but that's not the
that's
issue,
not
right?
True at all. It's not true. But you know, the thing is, it's very challenging, and I find like, if you say if it's your dad or my dad, I also find that generation, when you pamper them, na, unko bolte baith jao, hum karenge, then they're very happy. Then they enjoy it.
So can we try that?
Let's try it.
Can we call on the daddy on the TBC set? If you don't know him already, let me introduce you. Prakash sir. Is Prakash sir around?
And-
Prakash sir, please come.
And-
Hello!
And Prakash and I have history. When I was 17-year-old working at the same channel,
Yes.
we have actually shot so many shows together. So Prakash,
Come, Prakash, sir.
let's do some nice.
Are you
stuff,
ready? Are you
ready for
nervous?
this?
What's happening?
never.
Okay.
Because this is the first time I might be nervous. Like,
It's going to be awesome.
of course.
Okay.
Like,
So
when
first-
you are doing, it'll be more awesome.
I like the trust he's got. Now Prakash already has very interesting hair. Okay? He's actually got good hair. I'm going to teach you something, Prakash, which is going to be brilliant for you to actually have extremely good growth on your hair. All right.
Okay.
So what you can do is you're actually going to make a mist for your hair. First of all, the same ginger that is very good for your general health is also great for your hair because it's got something called gingerol.
Okay.
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 Now today I don't have black pepper, but you're going to take some ginger. Okay. You're going to put some black pepper in this. I'm going to take some apple cider vinegar. Okay. Now the thing with apple cider vinegar is it's brilliant to actually balance the pH. But listen, if you put it just on your hair is going to go away. You have to dilute it. Okay, Prakash? You dilute it with rose water.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
Now I'm using rose water because I generally like it. You can also just use water. Now what you're making here is, this is basically all the things. I'm a very lazy person. Even on the brand I've launched everything which is basically like a spray. It's a puss.
Yeah.
So what happens
Easy
is
to use, no?
easy
Yeah,
to use.
yeah.
If you ever have dandruff, okay? If you ever have dandruff, just need one thing. Water, full, 1/4 apple cider vinegar, spray it on your hair. In about 3 or 4 days, your dandruff will just disappear.
Oh, wow.
Now the reason for that is basically your apple cider vinegar is going to entirely balance the pH of your
Correct.
scalp.
But diluted, guys.
Diluted.
Please don't try.
You put it another way, that's going to be a problem. Now, once you've done this, ginger,
Okay.
black pepper, a bit of water or rose water, all right?
An apple cider.
And apple cider vinegar. Now, 4 of these things together, you've made a concoction which is going to do a couple of things. All right. Why is your hair stopping growth? You've got dandruff or your follicles are
Yeah,
blocked.
yeah.
The ACV is going to take all that off. All right. The ginger and the black pepper, which is brilliant. In fact, you can put this inside this.
Yeah.
The black pepper is the one thing which. How many times have you used black pepper on your hair?
Never.
Never. The reason for that is most people don't know about it, but black pepper has something called piperine. And piperine is one of those things which, look, Prakash, that happens to you. That is what is going to happen on your hair because the piperine is going to give you this massive blood
Are
circulation.
you ready, Prakash sir?
All right.
Okay,
I
let's
hear
go.
you. On the count, 1, 2, 3, shut your eyes. All right, there. And it's really as easy as that. All right. Now, what you're going to do is you have to put this on your scalp, Prakash. All right. And you're going to be smelling good because it's apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be nice. He's a terrible actor. It's smelling horrible. He's just nicely saying it. But I can assure you, as bad as it smells, it's very, very effective. All right? Okay. See, now the truth comes out.
But Prakash, and I have to say thank you so much for being a sport about this. But this is just to sort of say that taking care of yourself has got nothing to do with generations. It's just got to do with feeling good. If you like it, please do it. If you don't. Like send some DMs to him, to this guy over here and say, what are you doing? Not to me, to him. Remember that. On that note, we've got to wrap up today's program. Please write into us with all your feedback.